What is going on, everybody? It's Crowd here. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be taking a look at another Freightliner here. Now, before I've done the Freightliner FLD, this is a Freightliner FLC, so slightly different. Those that know more about the Freightliner truck itself and the different variations between the FLD and the FLC would know more than I do. I personally do not. But I was just looking around trying to find some different mods to do reviews on. Now in this day and age it's a little harder. A lot of people make them and then they private, which kind of sucks just because people end up stealing them and adding stuff and then releasing them when they're not supposed to. I don't know if this was supposed to be in that category or not. I have no idea, but that's not what I do on this channel. I just, if it's on one of the mod sites, I don't follow too much into who and all that and uploads. I don't know any of that, nor do I really care. I just personally just review the mods themselves, and I will leave a link to this truck in the description below where you can go get it. Now, another thing about that is I won't do that if I end up finding out that it is quote-unquote a stolen mod. I just do that to protect myself, protect the original authors of that. I'm not here to spread none of that around. That's not what I do. So I will always leave a link to a truck that I do a review on, just so other people can go and check it out. But like I said, if I find out that it is a stolen mod, whether comments or I find out in some other truck groups that I'm a part of, then I take the link down. So that's just how I am. So, but anyway, getting into this, I believe this truck was for I think like 1983, 1986-ish era. I'm not too sure. I know in the customization in it that there is two different hood options. I believe it's two different hood options. One for 1983 and 1986. Hence why I got the old school style. It's a little hard to see. See clouds over there. It's sunny out, but I do have older style, old school wheels on this truck just to kind of fit it in. Now I could have put the more modern wheels on there, but I just did it this way. But overall, I think that this truck is really good. Drives really nicely. The engine sounds are a little wonky, but there's nothing I can do about that. The interior is really nicely done. So we're going to pop in the interior here, show that around. Yeah, it is really nicely done. I do like it. There's some different cabin options, like the interior wise, that you could choose from, which kind of change like the dash here. So it's pretty cool. I like that idea. Turn the lights off there. Actually, the GPS I think is in a good spot. It's not in the way of obstructing your view at all. But I really do think that the inside of this is really nice. There's the back over there in the sleeper, and yeah, it's a very cheap truck too to buy in the dealership itself. It's I think like 28,000 start stock wise, which is really cheap for a truck. What's kind of reasonable, I guess, for the age. But whenever you do download it, it's just the file is just gonna be an unzipped file. All you do is just unzip that. There'll be another RAR file inside of that that will contain the truck itself, and then it has the steering wheel mod creations that with it as well, so you can change out the steering. But you do need to have the DLC, the actual DLC from Steam, in order to actually do the truck. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go in here. We're gonna go over to truck dealers. We're going to go to Access Mod Dealer here, and I'm not sure why that is, but if you go to Kenworth, it'll show up in the Kenworth dealership, and then we have Freightliner as well, which will show up there. So either one, like I said, it's really cheap, as you can see, price there. So we're just going to go in here, customize this. This is the stock truck here, very 1980s, mid 1980s, maybe late 1980s. Or even earlier. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this style truck, but those that do would know more about it. But off the jump, it's really nice the way that it is. You know, if you're just buying it and not really doing too much to it, this setup how it is now is actually really. We're gonna go over and take a look at the cabin here. So you got the day cab, see, and you got the flat top, which is gonna obviously change the chassis here. You got the 36-inch, and then you have the 60-inch sleeper there. So they're both really nicely done. Then over here to the chassis, you only have 3 different chassis options. You got the 150, which will take it obviously back to the shorter one, and then you got the 220 with a 265 wheelbase, and then 90. Over to the engines, there's only 4, and I'm not sure why, but it's just the way that it is. I'm not sure. I don't have any mod packs that really deal with the engines, just because there's a lot of engine issues right now with everything. So this is just what you get. So you just saw Caterpillar, you got the 400 horsepower, 425, 75, and the 550. Over to transmissions, you know, same deal as transmissions, it's standard transmission. That. And then over to the interior, and this is where, like I said, it's different. You saw how it was on the personal truck that I bought. But this is the standard interior PD AT, that is. I'm not too sure about that. But then we have the standard granite, really nice, a really dark granite look, and it will change the back here. See all the there. Then we have the cardinal, and as you can see here, it actually changes the dash, adds a different radio, adds another gauge in there, and then it adds a sleeve around the actual shifter itself. See, that's standard, and then it adds a sleeve around there too. Then the one that I went with was the custom interior Pacific teal. It has the black dashboard, black interior around the bottom, and then it has the blue accent first in the seats and in the back of the bunk, and then. But yeah, like I said, the dashboard is just really nicely done. The differential, when you do actually lock the differential, the switch actually does move. Really cool. You got the Jake brake switch there. If you do have the toggle, that it will flip up, and then it'll light up on the dash that it's on. Same with the differential. Flip it or hit the button. This will flip over to the left, and it'll also show up over here. Dash. Over to the paint. It's basic, standard paints that you have. We have the Freightways skin here. We have 88 skin. We have Walmart. I've seen a few in person. Some of these Freightliners actually haul Walmart trailers, which is. Then we have flames. Different kind of flame style I've never seen before, which is actually really. We have all that there. I'm gonna actually just dark red. Now over to the accessories. Not a whole lot, but you know it's enough to get the job done. So we'll start up here with the sunshades. It's got your standard chrome, and then you have your drop visor. Standard cabin lights. So you have the light adapter, which will add 2 light slots there, or nodes there, and then you have the light adapter, which will add the other 3 in the middle. And you can go ahead and add your lights. Once again, I will say that the light pack that is on Steam, the cabin lights anyway, it has all the different strobe lights there. It does work with it, which is really that. The horns, you know, the horn adapter as well is on there. You can have your 2 horns. Now I did notice that they are angled. Not sure why that is, but it's just different. Never seen like that. Like I said, I'm not too sure if it has to do with the truck itself and why it's like. Over to the beacons, you got your single Radeon there, or you could have the dual beacon like that. Over to the back here, to the roof deflectors, you have a whale tail. There, you have the crow's wing, and then you have stock, which is actually going to remove the horn adapter and put the big stock on there. Over to the main mirrors here, just have your mirrors double light, that's a Freightliner. Freightliner in the middle there. Over to the hood. Now this is where I said, so you have the standard 1983, you have the standard 6 style hood. So the 83 will have the old round double headlights on the front, old kind of classic look to it. Then you got the more modern headlight with the 86 style hood. You have the badge here. You can add Freightliner on the side. You don't have to. You can if you choose to do that. Front mirrors, as always. Those are pretty. Add those yourself. Then we got bug deflectors up here. We got the plastic bug deflector, which is actually done really nicely. What I can tell, did the shadings on it really nicely. Everything. And down here we have the grill. I don't know the actual names. These are the 4 different grills. That one there has kind of like a cross member type style. Really old classic, Freightliner look with the bars. Then they have the chrome out bracing anyway, going around it. Down here the bumpers got 4 different bumpers. That got your bumper standard, other bumper quote standard bumper. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not gonna pronounce it. I'm probably gonna butcher it. And then you got your bumper dude. That's the bull. Over to the air filters here. You just got stock, and then you got the Donaldson front breather. That's the light front. So. Now the cabin panels got 2 options there. You got the sleeper panels here, and then you have the circular. Over to the exhaust, you got the stock horizontal system, which was actually done really nicely. You can see it coming there. And you just have your different stock options that I guess came with the truck ship itself. That you change out the different options for to actually buy this back then. In person. These are different actual stock options. So if that's the case, that's actually a really nice touch to have a classic truck like this that actually has the correct stacks options. Over to the side skirts here, so you got the stock chrome fuel, and then you got the exclusive, which actually flips it, as you can see. Puts the fuel tank back here, and then puts the battery box step there, and then have the exclusive paint, which will paint the itself. That's the side deflectors, so you just have your normal side deflectors like that. Headache rack, if you choose to have headache rack. 2 different quarter panels, or this is the half brace anyway. This is the stock one. That's the half brace. A little bit, not actually quarters, it's half of it. Then after the mud flaps, you just got stock with the Freightliner logo on it. I think that is it. Interior. I think that's it. Outside of the truck. Alright, so we're going to move over to the inside here. Like I said, it does come with the wheels creations, but you have to have the actual DLC from Steam in order for it to work, so you could actually check out the steering wheel. Keep it stock. Now, that way, and then I think the only other option is the CB radio up here. Has a CB radio in. You could have a seat item, have a cowboy kit if that's what you're into. Then there is GPS goes. I think other than that, I think that's really it for truck. So back out of here. Just wanted to go through and show, all the different options. Obviously, I typically, when I do these mod reviews, I buy the truck, customize it to my liking, test it, and then I'll go in and view, and then just show everything. And then once I'm done with all this, then I'll just exit out and just test my truck. At least right now, anyway. get out of here, drive, and yeah, we'll just start it up here and let you guys listen to the sound. Then we'll take it for a little drive. You can hear the turbo winding up inside the engine, obviously, which is like I said. So you hit the differential, you'll see that over there it does switch and it does show up on the dash, and then the Jake brake. Put the Jake brake on, it will also the animation there. So you got your parking brake, light switch, high beams, which actually is really cool. I mean, they did a really awesome job with this interior. Overall, like I said, just a fantastic looking truck. So we're gonna take a drive here and then obviously give my final thoughts on it. Alright, so that was the Freightliner FLC. I know my driving skills aren't really the best, but you know, I don't have a steering wheel, and I'm going to continue to, until I can get one, driving will be a little bit better. But, yeah, the truck, like I said, overall, it's fantastic. RPMs are a little, I think they're set a little high, but that's just me. I am obviously an automatic, simple automatic mode, but obviously if you have an actual steering wheel, shifter, pedals, and all that, it'll probably be a little different. But overall, I think it's a fantastic truck. It drives, handles really nicely. I just love the different small animations on the inside that actually make it a little bit more realistic, to a more, you know, like an actual simulator to the real thing, which is really well. I believe all the chrome parts on it are just fantastic. The reflections are great on it, which is really, you know, it's awesome. The only downside I noticed is there's no like beeping for the backing up. Not too sure why that is, but that could just be it's not added, or maybe it was actually like that in real life. But I'm not too sure. I doubt it. You know, because it was the 80s. I don't know. But you know, the truck, like I said, it's just great. You know, if you're in the Freightliners, especially like the FLD, the FLC, Cascadia, you know, all those different types. You know, this is a really good truck to have. And yeah, I mean, not much else really to say except for the link will be in the description. Go download it. Like I said, with that, there's going to be an unzip file, unzip the RAR file, and then there'll be another RAR file. And then you unzip that, and it'll have the truck, and you put it into your module. Find it in the Kenworth dealership. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.